We had that debate tonight, and it's kind of baffling to me that we are actually having to debate these things.
That is what they're saying. I've talked to these people all the time, but because I'm out in the country all the time, and they're like, we're not all crazy. We just don't feel comfortable. And I've said this before. I'll say it again. A lot of them say to me, "What you don't get about us and Donald Trump is we don't like him either. We just see him as a bulwark against something that's even nuttier." Because as we know in America, people really don't vote for who they like. They vote for who they hate the least.
Right. And where are you with free speech now? Because it seems to me that as a comedian and a host, comedy has never been under more attack than it is now. I mean, literally physical attacks now on comedians on stage to try and suppress their right to tell jokes. What do you feel about that?
In this video, Bill Maher and Piers discuss the growing political polarization in the United States, highlighting how both the far right, represented by Donald Trump, and the far left, represented by radical progressives, have contributed to an increasingly divided society. Maher argues that many Americans are no longer supporting candidates they truly admire or agree with. Instead, they are choosing the lesser of two evils. This has fostered a political climate in which fewer people are inspired or connected to the candidates they support, leading to greater discontent with the political system. Maher worries that the moderate, old-school liberalism he identifies with is being eclipsed by extremes, particularly on the left. He criticizes how progressive ideologies have become extreme, promoting positions that alienate liberals. He believes that this trend narrows the space for open, rational political discourse and limits the ability of moderate voices to be heard. Furthermore, Maher raises concerns about how this polarization is eroding free speech, particularly through the rise of cancel culture. He feels that the far left's drive for ideological purity has created an environment where dissenting opinions, especially those that challenge progressive orthodoxy, are often silenced. Cancel culture, largely fueled by social media, punishes those who express views that do not align with the far left, contributing to a chilling effect on free speech. As a result, he argues, many people feel compelled to self-censor, fearing the consequences of speaking out. Bill Maher's concerns are not unfounded. Stay tuned for the video.
So, I don't know what's going to happen in 2024. My prediction would be it's Biden against him again. Biden wins again, and he doesn't accept it again.
Is it? I have to ask about Biden, because I've heard you defend him about his record in the term. I think it's been actually better than people think, which is why he did better in the midterms than people expected. But he's really showing his age. It's 2 more years before an election. If he then does 4 more, he'd be 86. Does that matter?
It doesn't matter to me. I feel like this is a prejudice that this country has. This ageism, it's an individual thing, age. Some people are old at 50, and some people are young at 90. Norman Lear's over 100. I had dinner with him recently with other people. He was as sharp as anybody at the table. So it doesn't matter. And a president doesn't have to be super energetic. To run for president takes a lot of energy. To be president, you're the elder. Every civilization seems to have understood this. The elder. We go to you for advice and wisdom. Hey, elder one who has seen it all.
Well, Biden
what should we do about this problem? And then he has his minions go out, and you don't have to be. And also, I just think it's a narrative that, he looks old. He looks like the same guy I've ever seen. He's a little older, so he fell off his bike. Can you imagine Trump's fat ass even being on a bike?
Next, Bill Maher addresses the issue of ageism in American politics, especially in the context of Joe Biden's age. Maher firmly rejects the idea that age should be the deciding factor when assessing a leader's effectiveness. Instead, he argues that intelligence, experience, and mental acumen are far more important qualities than physical strength for someone assuming a leadership role, especially the presidency. According to him, some individuals remain sharp and effective even as they age, while others may decline earlier.
So, but generally he's doing fine, and he's got a lot more done substantially, legislatively. I mean, he got us out of Afghanistan, which, yeah, did he stick the landing on it? No. But a lot of that was because Trump organized that before he even got there with his stupid "we'll get out by this date," and he only left 2,500 troops there. He left them a horrible hand. So it's not a terrible idea to say that. And of course the Democrats never do, because they're just so afraid, oh, they'll just say we're using excuses. It's a reasonable excuse. It's a real excuse. Having said that, they could have done it better, but at least we did it, and we should have done it. And he actually got the ball rolling on climate change in a big way that nobody's been able to do before. He steered most of this big money we're spending towards stuff. They're all really climate change bills. And nobody did that, and he got infrastructure going, and, you know, he's an old school kind of guy. Is he perfect? Of course not. But he's getting the job done, and we're back to normal. It's not insanity. He's not, you know, poop tweeting and having feuds with Bette Midler and, you know, throwing towels at people.
In addition, Maher also defends Biden's record in office, specifically highlighting his achievements in climate change policy, infrastructure development, and handling the withdrawal from Afghanistan. While Maher acknowledged that the withdrawal from Afghanistan was not executed perfectly, he pointed out that the situation was complicated by decisions made during Donald Trump's presidency, which put Biden in a difficult position. Still, Maher credited Biden with taking significant action in areas where previous presidents had failed or made limited progress.
I just think people have... Look, do I love everything Biden has done? No, I don't. I think he caves into that super left side a little too much. I think they go to him with that stuff and he goes, I don't understand it. I can't be bothered with it. I have real matters to do. If you want to do this, fine. I'm not going to fight you on it. And, you know, is it as existentially threatening as what Trump is threatening? Of course not.
However, Maher also noted that Biden has at times bowed to pressure from the far left, particularly on more extreme progressive policies. While he sees this as a flaw in Biden's presidency, Maher believes that Biden's overall leadership has been positive, helping to stabilize the country and overcome significant challenges. In Maher's view, concerns about Biden's age are more of a media-driven narrative than a substantive issue. He believes the focus on Biden's age detracts from his accomplishments and is an example of the public's unfair focus on superficial factors rather than true leadership qualities, where older leaders are judged too harshly based on their appearance or vitality rather than their experience and wisdom. Political polarization exists and may continue to escalate. At the same time, explosive controversies are occurring in many places with different viewpoints. So what is your opinion? Let us know by commenting below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch the next interesting videos. Thank you for your interest.